We're live. YouTube's getting better and better about making sure that I actually go live when I click go live, which is nice. Well, let's see. Nobody's in the chat room yet, but let's see. Welcome to July 1st, 2020. Let's see. So far in 2020, we've had all kinds of fun activities, haven't we, folks? We've been quarantined. We've been gloved and masked. We've been pandemicked. We've seen the economy go down, down, and then up a little, and then down again and up. It's been a roller coaster ride on the stock markets. Unemployment, all kinds of fun stuff. And that's only the first half of the year. We've had 3 named tropical storms. And hurricane season didn't even start for most of them. Murder hornets, I think that was it. We have civil unrest. We have all kinds of fun stuff going on. And that was just the first half of 2020. I wonder what's going to happen in the second half, which starts today. I guess we'll all find out together. I'm just hoping for a college football season. That's all I want for Christmas, or actually Hanukkah in my case. Oh, thanks for stopping by, Dirk. Appreciate it. And Rob F is in. I haven't seen you in a while, Mr. F. Thank you for stopping by. Got my water. Rob F thinks the second half will be worse. I hope not. Big 12's here. The Big 12. Haven't seen you in Lure BBD's streams in a while, sir. I hope you've been keeping up. Did you get to see Lou's preview and prediction video on Penn State yesterday? I would think you would have, being a fan of the Big 12. I'm not. I won't tell you what he said if you haven't seen it. I was just, the only spoiler I'll give you is I was very surprised at his prediction. He just got back into town. Okay, took a trip, vacation, or work, or something like that. So, Rob, what makes you think? Yeah, he did predict 12-0. Yeah, that surprised the hell out of me. You were in Florida. Okay, what part? And Rob, you think it's going to be worse in the second half? You want to elaborate on that, or you want to give me some predictions, some guesses, what you think is going to happen? Seaside. Well, okay, Big 12. The entire state of Florida is seaside, pretty much. I mean, I live in Florida, and I live on a coastal city, so we're East Coast, West Coast, Redneck Riviera, Daytona. More civil unrest. Yeah, well, that's kind of a given. Yeah, I have a feeling that the run up to the election this year in November is going to make 1968 look like a Boy Scout jamboree. Watercolor. What does that mean? Watercolor? The bet's here. No, this is not a drama stream unless you guys want to make it a drama stream, but I do have the power to time out and even hide. So let me make sure I do actually. Report, remove, user in timeout, hide user, add moderator. Okay, so you can make it a drama stream if you want, Bet, but I have the power to make it a not drama stream. So, but I do like to say that this is a free for all, and whatever subjects you guys want to bring to the table, I'm willing to talk about. I want to talk about, well, I don't know. Let's see, Northwest Florida, so that would be Panhandle, really. I mean, I'm on the West Coast, so Northwest Florida is Panhandle area, or somewhere around like Cedar Key or something like that. Uh, Panama City. Okay, so that's the Panhandle. That's what we call famously the Redneck Riviera. Rob F says he's looking for a boat, river intercoastal worthy. Okay, well, good luck. Um, they say the boat owner's happiest 2 days are the day he buys a boat, the day he sells it. So, um, good luck. I hope you have a place to put it, and I hope you have the money to maintain it. Big 12 thinks Texas is going 12-0. Let's see, it's what, a little after noon in the Eastern time zone. Have you been drinking? Texas is not going 12-0. Texas isn't even going to win the Big 12. So, um, uh, bet nothing. What's going on? Nothing's going on. I'm here, ready to chat, ready to have a little fun. We got 8 people in the chat. Got 7 thumbs up, so I appreciate the thumbs up. Please do click that; it does help my channel out. Also, super chat's available if you wish to help with that. Obviously, not necessary. Always welcome, but not necessary. Rob F is in Orlando, so I see why you need something that's intercoastal and river worthy. Yeah, Orlando. It's hotter in Orlando than it is on the coast, so be careful out there. Steven's here. That's Steven is my latest contest winner. Let's see. Let me look something up for you, Steven. Just hang on. Let's see. The watch that you won, Steven, is currently departed Fort Myers today at about 5:30 in the morning. Did I give you the tracking number for that? If you want me to, I'll give it to you now. But it's supposed to deliver on Friday. So Stephen won the contest that I did for celebrating 1,500 subscribers. I did a drawing for a Casio data bank. First guy who won it never claimed it. So Stephen won on the second go around. So the watch is on the way to him. And if you want, I'll read the tracking number off to you so you can track it. Yes, we know Florida has not had a perfect season of any kind, Big 12. That and $5 will get you a cup of coffee at Starbucks. That doesn't matter. There's plenty of really good teams out there that have won national titles with 1 or even 2 losses. So, that's just another Big Lou talking point, which doesn't bother me. Ken Spear is here, as he always says, checking in from Pittsburgh. So, welcome, sir. Rob F says he likes to fish. That makes sense considering why he wants to buy a boat. I've never been really good at fishing. I just don't have the patience for it. But lots of people love to do it. Blue Shirt Buddha is here. And now that I know what Blue Shirt Buddha means, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate that. Rob F, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Love your input on things. I appreciate that. I have a point of view. I'm not terribly shy about expressing it, but I do try and express it in such a way that I try not to be offensive while still trying to get my point across. The bet says, and Florida probably not going to win the SEC. Well, I could say that about every team in the SEC. Bet Georgia probably not going to win the SEC. Alabama probably not going to win the SEC. LSU probably not going to win the SEC. Florida has a very good chance to win the SEC as long as they get past Georgia, which I think we'll do this year because I don't think Georgia is going to do very well with a refugee from a third level ACC school as their quarterback. I mean, it may even be an improvement over Jake Fromm from State Farm, but I don't think it's going to be good enough. Now, other people have different opinions. Okay. Big 12 says we lost 2 players on defense. I assume you're talking about Texas. I can like with all my troll accounts. So I'd probably appreciate that, of course. That would be nice. Steven says, I'm watching the mail. Unfortunately, it hasn't been coming until 4 or 5 and not tracking needed. Well, it should be there Thursday or Friday, Stephen. So you don't want the tracking number, that's cool. But it's coming. Be in a little brown box. So, but congratulations on winning that, and I appreciate your support. You've been a long time subscriber to the channel, and I appreciate the support. Ken Spear says the NTH Barracuda Brown on the wrist today while waiting for FedEx to deliver my new NTH Nazaro Azuro. I really have to get my hands on an NTH. I wish they would work with me, but so far they haven't answered any of my emails. In case anyone's wondering, you might be, I am wearing a Tudor Prince chronograph. This was a really nice acquisition. Great watch, very comfortable. Kind of an old school Tudor with the tapering bracelet. It really is a great little watch. I enjoy wearing it. One of the few 40mm watches that I own that actually wears a little bigger than it is. So, Jesus. Big 12 just said, look at the amount of likes, and geez, I got 20 of them. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. 20 likes and 11 people in the chat. So thank you, sir. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Let's see. And Big 12 says, y'all have Kyle Trask can. Trask has an S in it, so Trask can. You didn't put an S in it, but that's okay. Yes, we have Kyle Trask, and he did very well last year. Yes, we did lose a couple of games. I think that is down to the fact we couldn't run the ball last year. Florida Gators could not run the ball very well last year, and that really hurt us late in games. When teams would basically stack the box and just basically dare us to throw into double coverage, which we did pretty well, but it did hurt us against LSU, and it definitely hurt us against Georgia, which, by the way, at a critical moment, that was not a catch. I'm sorry, it wasn't a catch. But we lost the Georgia game by 7 points. If we had been able to run the ball, I think that might have been different, but is what it is. You got to move forward. Our offensive line is better this year. I think we have a good stack of running backs, and Kyle Trask has almost a full year of experience under him and is consistently rated one of the best returning quarterbacks in the SEC. So Florida has a very good chance of winning the East and going on to Atlanta and giving Alabama a pretty good game. I think it's a foregone conclusion Alabama is going to win the West unless something catastrophic happens. Now, of course, I'm saying all this with the assumption that we're going to have a normal college football season and that half a team doesn't get laid waste by the kung fu flu. So we'll see what happens. The bet says, I'm here to remind me about the last 2 times Florida was Atlanta. I think there should have been in Atlanta. Yes, the last 2 times Florida was in Atlanta against Alabama, we got road graded. That's what happens when you have a head coach that doesn't know how to develop an offense, and you have a bad quarterback running your offense, such as it was. What can you do? If you can't score points, you can't win a game. And Florida had elite defenses both years. But if you can't run the ball and you can't move the ball and you can't stay on offense and you keep punting the ball away and you keep putting your defense on the field, you will burn your defense out. It happened to Georgia a few times last year. and the year before. It happened in Florida. It happens to any team that has really good defense but can't hold the ball on offense. You burn your defense out, and that's what happens. You lose games. Big 12 says, Steven says, thanks again to me. You're welcome. Let me know when you get the watch somehow, maybe. Let me know in next week's stream or something. Let me know how you like it. I really would like to know that you're happy with the watch. Big 12 says, Florida will lose to Mississippi and Tennessee. Stop it, sir. You're drunk again. You're watching the Longhorn Network. You're probably the only one who is watching the Longhorn Network. Do y'all think he's better than Newsman? Who's better than Newsman? I don't know what you're talking about. Terrence Five, how you doing, man? He's one of the people I know who's an Oklahoma fan. Thanks for stopping by, sir. Appreciate it. Rob F, what's my opinion on the Stour brand of watches? Star. I've never had one. I have heard almost nothing about them, and I've never had one in my hands, so I cannot give you a good opinion on that. So I'm sorry, I can't help you with that. I really would feel uncomfortable giving you an opinion on a watch I've never actually experienced. So I wish I could. Ken Spear says, I didn't even have to dip into my Swiss luxury fund to buy the new NTH, paid through an award incentive at work that will reimburse for purchase up to $750. Hey, playing with other people's money is always a good thing if you can do it. I have a fund. I just restarted a fund for the Omega Speedmaster from the Moon to Mars that I'm going to get eventually. I decided on sort of a last minute thing that picking up that Breitling Emergency Gen 1 was worth sacrificing the Omega, the Omega watch purchase until 2021. Pardon me again. Must be that breakfast. Big 12 says War Eagle, the Florida man. Yes, he's referring to at the end of a game towards the end of last year where Florida won. They were interviewing Dan Mullen and the post game on the field, and right at the end he said War Eagle because Auburn was playing against Georgia, and if Auburn beat Georgia, we were still alive in the race to the Eastern Division title. That's called trolling, sir. And I don't see what the problem is in hoping that your main rival and the team you need to get past to get to Atlanta, I don't see what's wrong with hoping that they lose to their opponent later on in the day. So it's a worthless troll, another one of Uncle Lou's silly little trolls that he throws out there that I am very good at ignoring. So, whatever. Rob F. said Trask is a good, legit quarterback. You can win with him. Yeah, we can. We just need a running game. If we can run and take some of the load off of Trask, and our offensive line can keep blocking for him as good as they did last year, we have a better than average chance of going deep into the season as a contender. Let's see. Terrence 5 says, about what? Okay. Rob F says, I'm a dog, by the way. Yeah, I think I remember you were a Bulldog fan. I do seem to remember that. So, I'll let that one go, Big 12. I'll let that comment stand. Whatever. I'm not really going to be a heavy censorship kind of guy. Big 12 says Dan Mullen, same problem as Jim Harbaugh. Yes. The Big 12, are you Uncle Lou in disguise? Is that it? Are you Uncle Lou because you're parroting every one of Uncle Lou's little jabs. So you're almost to the point now where I'm going to ask you to try and come up with original thought. Terrence 5 says, great time, Saleen. I assume you're talking about now, so glad you're having a good time. The bet says, you want to know what's sad? Missouri has won the East more recently than the Balls. It's not sad if you're not a Balls fan. Big 12 says OSU sucks, sir. Terrence says okay. And he says, even though we won the Big 12 for the past 5 years, but okay. Oh, Big 12 and Terrence 5 are going to go at it. I'm going to go get some popcorn. Keep going, guys. Keep going. Bet says it's easier to win the Big 12. I can see that. I mean, for the most part, it's a two-horse race. I mean, Oklahoma and Texas are really the two big dogs in the Big 12 kennel. But you never know. Somebody could rise up and make things difficult. Sports Expert 101 is here. Appreciate you. I think this is like one of the first. I think this is the first time you've ever been here. What's going on, Saleen? Just recently subbed to the channel. I appreciate that, sir. I appreciate all my subs, old or new. I appreciate that. Let's see. Terrence Five says yee. I don't know who's yeeing at. I guess Big 12. Big 12. Yeah, Mullen was not riding. Okay, so another Uncle Louism. Steve Pearson is here. Afternoon, Celine says. Good afternoon to you too, sir. Terrence 5 is LOLing at somebody. I guess he's LOLing at Big 12 again. Let's see. Steven says, hey, I forgot what color is the watch, black or blue? It's black, I believe. Yeah, it's black. Is it black? Yeah, I think it's black. Jesus, my memory is shot to hell. Don't get old, guys. Your memory goes, bonjour. I think it's black. Now watch the video again. Good way for me to get my video views up. Big 12 says OU gets their first quarterback they recruited in 4 years. Yeah, another Lewism. Big 12 says we took your O-line coach. I guess so. Sports Expert says, yeah, it is. Here more. Okay. It is your first time here. Okay, yeah. Hey, always glad to have a new guy here. Bring some new thoughts to the stream. Jesus, get the words out, guy. Slim Shady, my favorite Miami fan. How you doing, sir? Appreciate it. One of these days, Slim, you and I have to get together, and I got to see that Durango of yours with the. Did you say it was a Hellcat motor, or a Red Eye, or a Demon? I forgot what you said it was, but I got to see that. I got to see an SUV with a Hellcat motor in it. I like Slim Shady. He is one of the best trash talkers going out there. When Lou does his fan versus fan, I always get somebody saying, we got to get Slim and me doing a fan versus fan. I say, no way, no. Slim can probably do 5 trash talk shots at me to my 1. I mean, he's just too fast for me. I can't do it. But Slim Shady is good people. The bet says chest wake up. I assume most people in here know about the chest wake up thing on BVD's channel. If you don't, you got to go watch that video. It was the live stream he did on Sunday the 28th. Yeah, Sunday the 28th. Towards the end, I think it's right. Timestamp was about 1 hour and 55 minutes in. If you watch that, it takes just a few minutes of your time. It will be the funniest thing you see all day. I absolutely guarantee that. Steve wants to know if there are any Dale Earnhardt fans in here. There might be. I appreciate Earnhardt for what he was, which was a no nonsense shit talker, wheelman, extraordinary wheelman. But I was not a fan of him at the time. I was a Bill Elliott fan. But I can certainly appreciate what he did for the sport. But right now, I'm a Kyle Busch fan, so that's another no nonsense shit talking wheelman who is right now the best wheelman ever. And don't at me on that. He is the GOAT. He is better than everyone who came before him. And he's still young, and he's still running, and he's still winning. Big 12 takes a shot at tyrants with the Grinch who stole OU defense. That's a good one. Rob F., what do you think of the UGA UF game being a home and home, or should it just stay in Jacksonville? Well, I like it in Jacksonville. I think it's a good neutral site game for a very bitter rivalry. They did a home and home in the 90s while they were rebuilding Jacksonville Stadium to NFL standards for the Jags. And both years, we just absolutely road graded the Bulldogs. We were the first team ever to hang 50 points on them in Athens. No team had ever done that before. And at Florida Field, we crushed them. Now, obviously, it's a lot different 20 years or 25 years later. But I don't see what a home and home would do for the sport. I think having it at a neutral site in Jacksonville is fine. You can split the stadium evenly. It's good for the Jacksonville economy. I think it should stay in Jacksonville. I don't see if someone can point out to me what an advantage is to making it in the stadiums on the campuses. I'm certainly interested in hearing the argument, but I don't see why it should change. I really don't. Slim Shady says not the Durango SUV, the Dakota pickup. Oh, my mistake. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the Durango. Dakota and the Durango are based on the same chassis, if memory serves me correctly. And you put a Hellcat in it. Man, that thing has got to be a blast to drive. But you have no weight over the rear axle, sir. How do you maintain traction with no weight on the rear axle and all that power? And that's got to be a balancing act. Big 12 says Florida has an SECH champion. No, they don't. No, that was if that was true, it was made untrue by Dan Mullen. One should not have banners for division championships. Rob F. is a Dale fan. Well, I'm sorry, you were a Dale fan. Dale is no longer with us, unfortunately. But yeah, okay, so you were a Dale fan. Are you a fan now? I mean, do you have a driver now, or have you given up on NASCAR? I know a lot of people who are giving up on NASCAR right now because of all the shenanigans going on that people are saying are offending them. And, if that's the direction NASCAR wants to go with all the virtue signaling, that's fine. I can turn all that crap off until they actually get on the track. If they start doing crap like that while they're on the track, then I may have to reevaluate. But if it's all going to be pre-race silliness, I can just keep the TV off until the race starts. Big 12 wants to know if I remember Matt from Gainesville. No, I don't. Big 12 wants to know if Uncle Lou is here. Usually if Uncle Lou is here, he makes himself known. So I'll tell you, I'll check real quick. And, nope, trying to do the at Uncle Lou doesn't pop his name up, so I'm going to say he's not here right now. Ken Spears says he was a Dale Jarrett fan at the time. Dale Jarrett was a great driver. And after he retired, he became a great ambassador for for the sport. Big 12 says Dan Mullen, no division title, 11 years, another parroting of a Uncle Lou talking point, which I ignore because facts can easily explain off what's going on with that, and that's worthless. It's a worthless trash talk point. It means nothing. The bet says, fun fact, Florida on a 4-game losing streak against us. Who is us? Is it Alabama? I forgot that. Was it Alabama? Big 12, fan versus fan, me versus me being him versus Saleen being me. No. I told Lou a long time ago I'm not doing fan versus fan on the phone because, quite honestly, I'm not a good trash talker, and I've said that multiple times. And I'm not very fast on my feet when it comes to trash talking. Unless you want to trash talk Mustang versus Camaro, then I can do that. But I can't trash talk really well, even though you're trash talking for Texas. I mean, Jesus, that would be like shooting fish on a barrel for me, but I'm just not into it. Blue shirt. Buddha says, growing up here in New York, I never got into NASCAR or college ball. Anybody here an NFL fan? If so, who do you root for? Can't wait for this. Well, I can't help you there, blue shirt. I am going into my 6th year of not watching the National Felons League. I've made my. In fact, I'll probably make another video about that just before the season starts. I just can't deal with the NFL and all the stupidity going on in that league anymore. I can't do it. It offends me on multiple levels, including my intelligence. So I can't help you, but I'm sure we've got other NFL fans in here. Before I move on, don't forget to click the thumbs up button for me. It does help me out. And also don't forget the super chat is available if you care to partake. Obviously not required to. Don't ask you to do so. If you feel like doing that out of the goodness of your heart, I appreciate it, but not necessary for you to be here, of course. The Big 12 says, "Will you be on the morning show?" Yes, I am I am guesting on the morning show tomorrow, being Thursday the 2nd, on the Uncle Lou channel, and I will be on time. I will not be like Ballard Sports Media. I will be on time for my appearance on the Uncle Lou and DVD morning show. Steven says, Rob, my dad worked at Walmart and always brought his merchandise when he got paid. I have 2 big boxes full, all new unopened cars, Steins. Trying to figure out, I guess you're talking about Dale Jr. Merchandise. I guarantee you, if it's new unopened stuff, you can sell it very easily. Big 12, look at Lou talk about loss to Vandy. You mean the Georgia loss to Vandy? I thought he was going to have an aneurysm when that happened. The video he made of that is a classic. Noah Sheldon, I don't think you've ever been here before, sir. I appreciate you stopping by. Good morning to you, too, and that, and also, sir, in addition to everything else. Thank you for being here. The bet says, yeah, Alabama. Yeah, we're on a 4-game losing streak to Alabama. That's true. 2000, I think you meant the 2009 SEC championship game, not 2008. That was the first one. That was before. I know you're going to say it. The year that you made Tebow cry. Yes, I know. When you're very passionate about what you do, losing hurts. Some people cry. 14, 15, and 16, you were playing against Florida teams that were very bad offensively. So congratulations on beating up a Florida team that put no offense on the field. Um, Noah says he hasn't watched No Fun League since 2017. Let's see, I haven't watched since 2015, and I'm proud of that. Big 12 says NFL sucks and he doesn't like the NFL. Well, we agree on that, certainly. And Noah says NFL rules are rigged and garbage. Well, I don't know about rigged, although, yeah, it could be rigged too. But when you literally cannot tell, even with instant replay, if you have to take 5 minutes of replay after replay after replay to figure out what a catch is, you got problems. The bet corrected his mistake on it too. He corrected in 2009. Big 12 is like me disliking the kneeling for the anthem is not a good thing. So we agree on that too. Big 12, multiple 1980s, taking a shot at Georgia. I don't know that, well, that's Rob F. is a Georgia fan. Yes, Georgia hasn't won a national championship since 1980. Rob F., what truck would you buy if you were in the market for one? Brand new models, full size. I like Dodge. Actually, Rob, I wouldn't buy a new truck. Um, Not a diesel anyway. If I were going to buy a new gasoline truck, I would probably go get a Raptor because I love the Raptor or one of the Shelby uh, Super Snake trucks. But if I was going to go after a diesel, um, there is a guy in Buford, Georgia. Um, his name is Bob Hewitt. He runs a shop called Power Stroke Specialty. He's on YouTube. Power Stroke Help is his YouTube channel. The man specializes in right now in buying used 6-liter Power Stroke motors, rebuilding them to higher than manufacturer specification, restoring and rebuilding the truck to a great extent, and then selling them. And even with all that restoration and rebuilding and everything, they still come in at about half the price of a new Ford Power Stroke, which is right now pushing $80,000 and even higher. So I would go that direction. If I was going to buy a diesel pickup truck, I would go with one of the Power Stroke Specialty 6 liters. In addition to having a really good motor, they don't have any emissions equipment on them, so you don't burn the motors up with clogged DPFs, and you don't have to keep pumping what is it, diesel particulate fluid into them all the time, and burning the motors up with all that heat from regen. So that's what I would do. Noah says, look at Vandy, the new Rutgers. Well, Vandy's always going to be that. I went to Vanderbilt Stadium 2 times when the Gators went up there to play. Literally both times, there were more Gator fans in the stands than there were Vanderbilt's fans in there. I mean, it was embarrassing. It was quite frankly, I was embarrassed for Vanderbilt to have a visiting team completely outnumber the home team and be louder. So I don't even know why Vandy bothers at this point. They're never going to be any good. Never. They can't do it. They might as well just fold the program and save themselves some money and maybe invest it in women's wrestling or, what's that stuff they play with the stick? The women's sport, field hockey, I think it is. Yeah, invest the money in women's field hockey. Get out of football. You're not doing it very well. Big 12 says, if you do not know, I had genius after Lou made me take it away. Huh? You might want to retype that. My boy, the Glittergator is here. He says, Glittergator is one of my original trolls, but he doesn't troll me much anymore. He just, we have good fun together. But he's a good guy. A Georgia fan, by the way. I got the fancy name, he said. what that means. The bet says, how does Georgia lose to Vandy? They lose to Vandy when they don't have a very good team and they don't put a good team out on the field. But that was 2016. The 2016 Georgia team was bad. Or they finished like 7-5. Um, so yeah, they weren't a very good team, but they're a good team now. They're a damn good team. Noah says they cheated for the Patriots. I don't know who they are. I'm assuming the referees. Gator says this must be the fancy name. The SaleenDriver Show, Wednesday at noon Eastern Time. Hey, I'll go with that. I'll start using that. What the hell? Thank you, sir. Ken Spears says, I'm a Steelers fan looking forward to seeing how Big Ben comes back and how the other older quarterbacks do with their new teams. Yeah, there's good. There's always some big shifting of personnel in the off season. I'm going to be curious to see if Scam Newton actually sees the field in a New England uniform. Personally, I think New England did a stupid signing that piece of garbage to the team, but. I don't know. I guess Belichick is really somebody who loves reclamation projects. Sam Bell is here. Thanks for stopping by, sir. Well, he says, "What's up, SaleenDriver? SaleenDriver. Well, that's me. Not much, sir. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. How many likes versus people watching? Well, right now I have 13 people watching and I have 27 likes. So I'm impressed, and I know that's thanks to you and your other accounts, sir. So I do appreciate that. Maybe you can have some of your troll accounts do a super chat or two for me. I'd appreciate that even more. I'm kidding. Noah wants to know how I feel Felipe Franks would do at Arkansas. Who cares? I was sorry. No, honestly, I was sorry that Felipe got hurt. I mean, the type of injury he suffered was horrific. I busted my ankle in 2 places before. It hurts like a son of a bitch. It's actually a lot longer recovery than you think it will be. I mean, think about your ankle and your foot bear all your weight, and you have to go I had to go 3 months of zero weight bearing while both fractures healed. I have a plate in my ankle still to this day, and that was 4 years ago. It's a hard recovery because while your ankle is locked in place, it's locked in place, and then you have to unlock it. So I feel bad for him. I'm glad he made a full recovery. I'm glad he's going to get back on the field. But Arkansas is a nobody team. They're going nowhere. Felipe Franks, quite honestly, is an average quarterback with an above average attitude problem. When you shush your own fans and get on your own fans when you actually do something right, because more often than not, you're doing stupid shit. You're classless, and I'm not sorry he's gone. I'm pleasantly surprised that Kyle Trask is a much better quarterback than everyone thought. He's much more polished. He has a better arm, and he certainly has a better attitude. So I'm not sorry to see Franks go. I think Franks on Arkansas is not going to do anything this year. I think there's still a 2 or 3 win team, and good riddance, sir. As we say in Yiddish, we say, Mazel Tov, Lazim Laden, Shalom. Goodbye. You're a footnote in Gator history. The one play he'll be known for is that Hail Mary against Tennessee in what turned out to be a 4-7 season or 4-8 season. I mean, that'll be the highlight of his career. That maybe the Florida State game, maybe. But other than that, his career is over. Thank God. And the sooner we all forget about him in Gator Nation, the better. Steven says, Rob, there's a couple of new full-size electric trucks I'm interested in. He's talking about his collection for Dale Earnhardt, I guess. Big 12 asked, did I get mad when I tagged you a lot on Blue? No, no, I didn't. No, that doesn't. Can I be a mod? I don't. I'm not going to do mods right now. Big 12. I really don't need them. I mean, I've got 12 people in here. I mean, I can moderate the channel myself. So, but I'll tell you what. When I do need mods, I'll make you a mod. But right now, I don't need one. So, but you'll be first on the list. I promise. Uh, Steven says some people quote unquote like, then watch later. Yeah, that's true. I appreciate the likes and the watches whenever they come in. I appreciate the support. Glitter Gator says Vandy makes a bowl every 3 or 4 years. I suppose if that's all you expect to do, then that's good. Big 12 says Georgia beat the barn before Vandy. Yeah, that's true. Kevin S. Welcome, sir. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thoughts on the new Tudor Black Bay 58? I'm assuming you're talking about the big one. I think it's a good thing. My father actually owns the smaller Black Bay 58. I think it's a 38 millimeter or 39 millimeter. I think it's too small, but his wrist is smaller than mine, owing to the fact that he's in his upper 80s and he's shrinking. Yeah. I love you, Dad, but you're shrinking. So the current Tudor fits him well, but it wouldn't fit me well. And so I like the idea of a bigger Tudor. I'm wearing a Tudor right now. I'm wearing my Tudor Prince chronograph. And I can tell you from firsthand, since I own a couple of Tudors myself, they're fantastic watches. So I know the Tudor is going to make a high quality piece. And I'm sure that bigger Black Bay 58 is going to sell very well. Noah says Missouri is a better program than Vandy. Yep. Ken S says Michigan is an overrated football program. Yep. And I think Mr. Khaki Pants is really in big trouble, even though nobody will say so for some reason. But I think Mr. Khaki Pants better beat Ohio State this year, or I think they'll bounce his ass out of Ann Arbor. Let's see. Slim Mosley's here, the other Slim. I don't know if Slim Shady's still in here, but he was. He's in here. How's it going? It's going well, so I appreciate it. The vodka drinkers here, I appreciate that. What's going on, old man? He says, I'm just trying to entertain people. Vodka, I'm doing as good as I can. I don't have the visual effects of BVD or Lou, but I have the mouth. Kevin S says ankles never really heal. Tell me about it. I mean, my left ankle still tingles to this day, and I broke it 4 years ago. And I also know that because of articulation issues, my dream of someday owning and riding a motorcycle, dead. Unless I get a motorcycle with an automatic transmission, and I know they make a few, but none that I looked up. I looked up a few of them. None of them interest me, so I probably won't ride a motorcycle ever. But I can shift down, but I can't articulate up very well, so I can't upshift. Or is it downshift? If you pop the lever up, it's downshift. The hell with it. I can't go like that. I can go like that, but I can't go like that. Okay, so Big 12 is saying something about Dan Mullen's wife, which is again another old. Do I call you a troll, Big 12? No, you're very active, but you're not a troll, at least not yet. I always leave open the possibility. Fan police, I don't know about fan police. I don't. Let's see. As much as I don't like Kyle Trask, he's a really nice, respectful guy. Yeah, that's true. Vodka Drinker says, wonder what would happen if Jerry Jones got more involved in Arkansas football. Or Jimmy Johnson. Well, then things could happen that are positive. Oh, good, I'm back on. Let's see. Brad Southern is here. How you doing, sir? Please don't start any trouble. Although you're a watch guy, so how much trouble could you start? I mean, I'm more worried about the football guys in here than the watch guys. Slim Mosley said Saleen won't read this comment until 1 o'clock. Who's got the over under? You lose, sir. I read it at 12:50. I'm trying to work through them. Come on, man. Vodka drinkers, you'll take the over. You lost. Big 12, why are you not a mod for Lou? I am a mod for Lou. He made me a mod again, so I'm back on the mod list. Both channels. Let's see. Big 12, I'm not falling for Michigan again, which is something else that Lou says. He says, do a list of things that irritate me. I don't know what irritates you, sir. You want me to do a video of things that irritate me? That's not a bad idea for a video. Hang on. Thank you. I'm gonna make a video of that. I'm gonna do a conversation video. I haven't done one of those in a while. I'm gonna do that. Ken Spears says you need a bike with a heel toe shifter. Yeah, probably. Let's see. No one wants to know who's my favorite Gator player from the McElwain era. Gotta think about that. P. Ryan, definitely. The man worked his ass off for the Gator team. I love that. He stuck with it. Even when it looked really bad, he stuck with it, and he played his guts out. And the receiver who caught the Hail Mary against Tennessee, he also stuck with it, and he didn't have to. And I know he graduated after last season, so I know Tennessee fans are really glad to see him go. Cleveland, Tyree Cleveland, that's right. Thank you. I like players that stick with it, It shows heart, it shows character. Let's see. Big 12 says Florida is not 2-3 in their conference. Huh? Doctor says my buffering almost saved you from that over-under thing. I know y'all just messing with me. I appreciate you, Slim. I appreciate the love and support I do. Vodka drinker, I think Joe Hayden was he a McElwain ever player? Was he? He was. I have to look that up. Big 12 is going to go political. We're not going political, Big 12. We're not doing that. So, yeah, MAGA and all that, fine. Make America great again. That's fine. But that's your one and only. So don't do that again, please. Thoughts on Antonio Callaway, says Noah. Thoughts on the fact that he'd rather smoke marijuana than make millions of dollars being an NFL player? I think he's an idiot. The temporary high you get from marijuana, is it really worth breaking the law and costing you your career? That to me is a sign of a stupid player. And I don't know what's happening with him. I don't keep up with the No Fun League or the individual players and everything. So I don't know what's going on with him right now. But if he got kicked off the team or he's been suspended or whatever, he deserved it. So because he's stupid. And you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Let's see. Brad Southern says, let's pull the emergency beacon, see what happens. He's referring to my Breitling emergency watch, which I just reviewed on my channel. It was a Grail watch of mine, which I just picked up. I'll tell you what, Brad, I will be more than happy to um, pull the emergency signal if you transfer $50,000 into my uh, Merrill Lynch account to cover the fines and the legal fees that I'm going to incur by doing something that. Oh, and also to have the watch rebuilt. So when I see that 50 grand hit my account, and I'll give you the account number offline for a wire transfer. When that happens, I'll make a video of it. I'll tell you what, anyone in here, look, you want to do a wire transfer to my account, $50,000, I will take my Breitling emergency and I will activate the beacon. Um, so there you go, 50 grand. Who's going to step up? Let's see, Big 12 says, what were you talking about? I was plugging in my phone. Huh? Callaway just laid the pot down for a little while. You can smoke all you want when you're retired. Exactly. Come on, stop smoking pot. Play the game, earn your money, do your thing, and then when you retire, blaze away. Let's see. Steven says, time for SSS. I'll finish this later. Thanks again. Appreciate you, Steven. Appreciate you stopping by. Brad Southern's laughing. That's good. Big 12 says, I'll tell you what, Saleen, if you join the fan versus fan, I will super chat $5. No. No. Super chat $50, then I'll do it. Big 12 says, go to Movement Watch and buy from there. Super good. No. Movement, spelled MVMT, Movement. That's fashion watch garbage. I will not. I had fashion watches in my collection a long time ago. I've since well learned my lesson. Those watches are all gone. I buy horologically significant watches. I don't buy garbage with Chinese movements and plated metal finishes that will flake off in 6 months. Movement watches are garbage. If you hate your money that much, I'll give you my PayPal address. You can transfer the money to my PayPal and you still spent the money and you're still going to get the same thing you would get buying a fashion watch, which is a big lump of nothing. And I'll take that money and I'll spend it properly. So that's my rant about fashion watches, especially for Movement and Filippo Loretti and what's that other one? Dan Wellington or whatever. Garbage, pure garbage. Slim says they'll do it for 40 grand. I won't, but okay. Noah says, I think Piron will be good in the No Fun League. Yeah, I think he will too, as long as he keeps keep the heart going. Yeah. Big 12, F1 or Indy? F1. Indy is boring. I mean, even on road courses, Indy is boring. And that push to pass gimmick, get rid of that. Just get rid of it. Over boosting, pushing the pass, this and that. Please. IndyCar hasn't been significant since the 70s or 80s. IndyCar is boring. Um, that's it. I mean, there's nothing more that can be said. It's just boring. F1 isn't exactly what I call exciting racing either, but it's better than IndyCar. But I always have been and will be a NASCAR fan, even with all the latest NASCAR shenanigans and virtue signaling idiocy. It's still a hell of a lot more exciting racing series than anything else going on out there. Would I like to see Florida in the Rose Bowl? Absent the Rose Bowl being part of the championship series, isn't the Rose Bowl reserved for the Pac-12 versus Big Ten teams? If Florida, if the Rose Bowl is either part of the championship series or whatever, yeah, I'd love to see Florida there then. But Florida wouldn't normally go to a Rose Bowl anyway because they're not part of the Big 12 or Big 10 or the Pac 12. Let's see. Big 12 says NASCAR is for people to scratch their nuts. Whatever. No, it says Georgia played Oklahoma in the Rose Bowl. Yeah, but that was part of the championship series. So they had to play in the Rose Bowl. But normally the Rose Bowl on its own is Big 10 versus Pac 12. Unless I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but my memory seems to be of that. Vodka Drinker says he's angry with NASCAR now. Yeah, you and about a million other people, including me. And now Vodka Drinker is responding to Big 12. And when they itch, I scratch them. Yeah, most men do. Big 12 Florida can't beat their rival. There is spelled Their, sir. And we can beat our rival. Our main rival is, well, it depends on who you look at. I mean, some people would say Florida State is our main rival because we are both competing for the same recruiting fields. And the winner of the Florida State game usually has a leg up on recruiting. So you're recruiting in the best recruiting environment in the nation in the state of Florida. So, your biggest rival is Florida State if you're talking about, bragging rights in recruiting. Some people, not a lot, but some people say Tennessee is our big rival. I don't particularly agree with that. And a lot of people say Florida's biggest rival is Georgia. And I am in that camp that Florida's biggest rival right now is Georgia. And yeah, 3 years in a row, we haven't been able to beat them. Okay, there, I said it. Feel better? I'm sure you do. Big 12, Texas is 2-3 in the last 5 years. Florida 1-5. Against who? Never mind. Big 12 says it's UGA. Well, in the past 5 years, Florida is 2-3 against Georgia. We beat them 3 years in a row, and then they beat us 3 years in a row. So, in the past 6 years, we're 3-3. So, okay. Vodka Drinker says, "Hey, Big 12, any thoughts on TCU this year, or will it be more of the same for them?" And then Big 12 goes into some trolling posts against them. Oh, let's see. It's been about an hour. It's been over an hour. So I'm not doing bad. I'm going to have to go in a few minutes, guys. I have to actually take my mom to the doctor. She's okay. This is just some semi-routine stuff, but something that she needs a ride there because after they finish with her, she can't drive home. So I'm going to have to go pretty soon so I can go over and pick her up and take her to the doctor. It's these things that a son does for my mom. So what else? What else you got, Big 12? What else you got? Yeah, we're starting to drop down a bit on the number of people. So I'm just going to wrap it up then because we're down to 6 people in the stream, and I really should get off the phone and get ready to go. Get off the phone. This is not a phone. Well, it can be a phone. I'm going to do this again, of course, next week. I like doing these streams. So, what did Glitter Gator say it should be called now? It should be called the SaleenDriver Show. You know what? I'm going to start calling it that. What the hell? The SaleenDriver Show. Wednesdays at noon Eastern time. But I appreciate you all stopping by. We got up there pretty high in terms of viewers there for a while, and I've got 27 thumbs up thanks to Big 12 and all his extra channels. So I appreciate that. For anyone who's watching this not live, but watching it later, please give me a thumbs up if you will, because that does help with the channel and the searchability of the channel. If you have comments, questions, or suggestions, definitely put them down at the bottom. In the comment section, I will read them all. I will respond to them all. But if you're going to be a jackass, I'll just delete the comment and I'll block you. Because I can do that because it's my channel. If you're not a subscriber yet, or you've been here a while but you haven't clicked the subscribe button, please do that. And click the bell icon so when I post new content, you are alerted to it. Be safe out there. Wear the masks. Come on, guys. We got to wear the masks. We got to make the world safe for college football. So I'm not a big mask fan myself, but wear the mask. Let's be safe. Let's do this. Let's re-crush the disease. Yes, I know Big 12. You're not going to wear a mask. That's fine. You do you. I'll do me. I'm going to wear a mask so that we can have college football. Because I swear to God, if I don't have college football this year, I'm going to lose my mind. Do it for Uncle Lou and BBD, because if they don't have college football this year, their incomes are going to suffer. My income won't suffer very much, but theirs will. So let's support BBD and Uncle Lou and all the college football YouTube channels out there. Wear your mask. All right? I'll see y'all later.